Wow, greetings once again. It's my joy to come to you, and more specifically, to come to your heart with a small teaching on the reason of a church. Excuse me. Why do we go to church, or what should we expect in a church? What are the elements that makes a church? This is Reverend Moriah, Hope Channel, Senior Pastor, Assemblies of God, Kenya, Nairobi, specifically a village called Kaberia. I want to share with us three reasons why we go to church, or three reasons or three things that we should expect in a church. Number one, a house of God or a church is a place of prayer. Is a place where we go to speak to God. Is a place of meditation. Is a place where we go to listen what God is saying concerning our lives, concerning our families, concerning our situations, concerning our businesses and our careers. So a church is a place of communication, is a place of listening, is a place of where we talk, but we also, more important, we listen what God is telling us. If you don't find any other reason to go to church, this one is well enough. Go to church to pray. Matthew chapter 21, Jesus visited a church or a temple those days, and he found people had changed the purpose of the church, and Jesus had to chase them away. Matthew 21. And he gave the clear definition or a reason for a church. And he told them, don't you know the Father's house or the church will be called a place of prayer? And so we go to church above anything else to communicate with God, for meditation, to be quiet in the presence of God, to reason and to hear what the Lord is speaking to our lives. Number two, a house of God or a church is a place of refuge. This we get from all the way from the Old Testament, Joshua chapter 20. While God was speaking to Joshua and telling him, in the city where you will dwell in, as you build your houses, as you do your car parking, the modern language, as you do your swimming pool, as you do your fields for sports, make sure also that you have designated some houses, and this will be called the houses of refuge. And God went deeper to say, anyone who is running away from an issue, anyone who is being chased away, anyone who is fearing for his life, and he found any of these cities of refuge, and he gets in, the avenger, the person who wants to attack him, more specifically if he has killed unintentionally, then his life will be saved. His life will be secure. It reminds me what the Bible says, that the name of the Lord is a strong tower where the righteous run into it and they are safe. Church is a place to run to. At times we are chased by sickness. At times we are chased by disappointments of life. At times we are chased by financial crisis. At times we are chased by hunger, like many parts of Africa as I speak. More specifically Kenya, the northern part of the country. The animals are dying. Lives of human beings is in danger. So this is the time to run to church, because church is a place of comfort. Church is a place of hope. Church is a place of stories. Is a place of encouragement. Is a place where we get other brethren, we get other friends who speak hope to our lives, who speak encouragement to our lives, who tells us it's not over, there is tomorrow. We find men and women who have been placed there by God to speak to our situation, to tell us to not to lose hope, to tell us to look up. In fact, the Bible says in Psalms 121, where will my help come from? My help will come from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. These are words that we hear from the house of God. These are words we hear once we enter into a house of refuge. Do you feel your life is being chased away? Are you threatened by a situation? Please, my friend, get some time, get to a church, because in a church, you'll hear a voice that will tell you, you are not alone. You will hear a voice telling you, there is a tomorrow. That, the last point, as you enter into a house of worship, there is a place that is designated, a place that is called the altar. And in that altar, you find a priest. You can call him a priest, you can call him a pastor, you can call him a shepherd, you can call him a minister of the gospel, you can call him an apostle, an evangelist, a bishop. But what is more important, it is his duty. Because in the house of God, we have an altar. And in that altar, we have a priest or a man of God, or a woman of God for that matter. It is in this altar where we go and praise, or we put our sacrifices unto God. And these men of God receive them on behalf of God. They receive it on behalf of heaven. And not just receiving, but speak a blessing to us. So friends, make it a routine that you go to the house of God with a sacrificial giving. You go to the house of God with a substance from your salary. You go in the house of God with a harvest from your farm. You go in the house of the Lord not empty-handed. You go in the house of God with the objects of thanksgiving. Objects of saying, yes, I need more, but I'll return with the little that you have given unto me. Just a portion, just a share of water you have given to me. You can call it tithe, the 10% of your income. You can call it a first fruit. Maybe you have been jobless, but now you're working. And you feel, I want to give thanks to God. And because you cannot just climb the ladders and you find yourself in heaven, no, you take it to the temple. You take it to the house of God and allow the priest to pray over you. Allow the man of God, the woman of God, to speak a blessing over you. Even to protect the portion that you have been left with. Even to speak productivity to that which you have left with. And so in the house of God is a good place to be. David is saying in Psalms that I was happy. I'm thankful that they came and told me that let us go to the house of God. The house of God is a great place to be. This is your pastor, Reverend Moriah. Speak to me. Allow me give you my email, Geoffrey Gema. Gema is Gema at Gmail. Geoffrey Gema at Gmail. That is my email. And for my phone number, you can always text me. You can always give me a shout. 254 722 697237. Allow me to repeat again. 254 722 697237. Visit my channel for more teachings. Reverend Moriah Hope Channel. Shalom and God bless.